It's terrific how this home and home opportunity sort of came about, and now puts us in a Saturday game, CBS, with the number one team in the country, in the start of a home and home series. So there's so much more of this. Before there were seems to be 50 exempt tournaments, and I think it's exciting for our team. I'm sure it's exciting for Arizona as well, and for our campus and our community. So we're anxious to get to this game tomorrow and see where we are.
Chris, why don't you start us off?
Transition defense is going to be huge, obviously, from your point forward. Can you talk about the improvements you need to make there?
Yeah, I mean, that's been a point of emphasis. Two things that I always see are problems with transition defense is young players on the court, because their normal inclination is after something went bad on offense, that's why there's transition defense. And getting them to refocus very quickly is always a difficult. And so that's one thing. Then your big man, also matching up. In one game they're matching up with a big man. Next game they may be matching out for shooters. And so that's always difficult. And sometimes it's just a matter of, a few feet. But doing that at full court is always an issue, and you've got to stay on it all year long.
On your right with Brendan.
With the week off, have you talked about anything, I guess, big picture wise, of because of previous losses, they put themselves in a position where this is a big game right now?
No, this is another good game in our long series of a lot of good games. All right, so we just got to do what we have to do. I think when you talk about those games in March, the big games are in March.
Right in the middle with Rod.
John, two things. One, can you talk about the week in Camp Michigan and how that went, and then any injury updates on any of the guys?
Yeah, we went 2 really good days. We really concentrated on Michigan and try to get to a point where we could really get some flow to what we're doing. I can't say that it was all of a sudden we fixed everything. There's just so many things, and we still have the nagging injuries that are still, how much can you push certain guys to either get in shape or get their timing down or get ready. So I think it was good. I don't think it's like if you go into something like that at the beginning of a season, you can do a lot more. But we did get a lot of things accomplished. Hopefully we will be able to see some of that tomorrow.
Right down in front with Mark.
You mentioned the other day on the radio about Arizona's backcourt, and you feel that's their strength. I mean, is there something is that a challenge for your guys who are obviously young in the backcourt?
Yeah, it seems every game has been that way. McConnell is really, I think that if you just watch his play, and Johnson certainly was good back there last year, so now you got a guy with, Johnson had to have the ball a lot last year because his assist numbers were so high last year. So now you got that experienced player plus a really experienced player coming in next to him. That is going to be a challenge, because I think they make the right play consistently because they've been around for so long.
You have to mix it up, finding with different guys.
Yeah, well, and that's some of the things that we've tried to do in some other games, but we can't do that we can't mix ourselves up while we're trying to mix them up. So that's that conundrum you find yourself in coaching teams all the time.
Right down in front with Jeff.
They're holding teams to a low percentage three-point. What is it? What makes them so good defending the
I think that they've all bought into playing defense. They get tremendous length in their gaps. So you're going to see them in a gap defense, very much like Ohio State plays. And they're going to have, and Kraft is very much like the McConnell. But their length at the other positions allows their gaps. They can help and recover so well out of those gaps that you think you're open for a three, and all of a sudden, I mean, we're practicing with these long sticks all day today because they can get closed back out and get there. So that's, and they've got great length and great quickness as well. And and you also have a shot blocker underneath.
Just a quick follow-up. How often do you use those sticks?
From time to time, we will do them. I would say 5 or 6 times a year that we will do it if we're really playing a team that has got multiple guys that can go close out on you. Probably should do it more.
Right in the middle with Neil.
Coach, you talked about transition defense. Do you think Arizona as a team will be able to get more transition offense going against?
Well, yeah, you got to score. That's the issue. And that's why their numbers would show mixed results with that. But people aren't running on them because they can't get the ball. They're only getting the ball out of the net, not off the backboard. So it's really important that we can find a way that we can get stops so that we can get the ball up the floor.